from the WYLN studios in Hazleton, Pennsylvania. WYLN Evening Edition at 5:30 starts right now.
Good evening. It's Wednesday, May 20th, 2015. I'm Ann Gownley. A campaign robocall has left several people in the city of Hazleton angry over the past few days. WYLN received calls from residents that Sean Donahue, a write-in candidate for Hazleton mayor, had robocalls asking them for their vote, calling them as early as 5 a.m. Additional calls were received by the same residents just minutes later and occurring at least 6 times a day. WYLN has obtained a copy of one of those robocalls.
Diversity always means that there are too many white people. No one is allowed to criticize this so-called diversity. If you do, you are called racist. The American Freedom Party demands freedom of speech and will not be silenced. Our candidates, Ken Giverton for president and Bob Whittaker for vice president, are making that demand. Please support their cause. Go to ken2016.com or whittaker2016.com and support their efforts. That's ken2016.com or whittaker2016.com.
I'm Sean M. Donahue, write-in candidate for Hazleton City Mayor, and I approve this message.
Donahue, a candidate of the American Freedom Party, was seeking votes from both the Republican and the Democratic parties. Unofficial votes from Luzerne County say there were 414 write-in votes. However, it does not say who those votes were for. Viewers we spoke with say the calls from Donahue left them upset because many have children and elderly residents that live with them and that do not live with them, and they were worried that it was a life-changing phone call since it was so early in the morning. According to residents, the phone calls were made over several days leading up to Election Day. A 32-year-old Hazleton man was arrested and charged with retail theft. According to Hazleton police, 32-year-old Eric Doherty stole several items from the Dollar General store on East Diamond Avenue. Police say Doherty fled the store and damaged a bay window. He was spotted by police and arrested in an area on Cedar Street just south of the store. He was taken by APTS ambulance to Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton. Doherty will be charged with retail theft. Police in Hanover Township arrested a man from Bethlehem on drug charges during a traffic stop Tuesday night. 36-year-old Clive Ford Francos was pulled over on Hazel Avenue for speeding. An officer noticed drugs hanging out of his pocket. They found 14 grams of cocaine, 5 cell phones, and 2 loaded handguns. He was charged with 2 counts each of illegal possession of a firearm, 1 count each of possession with intent to deliver a controlled substance, and was issued a speeding citation. Francos was arraigned today before District Judge Donald Whittaker and taken to the Luzerne County Prison for lack of $25,000 bail. Well, students at West Hazleton Elementary Middle School headed to the baseball field behind the school for the 5th annual walkathon. Students in grades kindergarten through 8th grade had 40 minutes each to walk or run as many laps around the field as possible. One of this year's coordinators, Sarah Demuse, said this event helps raise money for the PTA fund so the school can provide fun field trips and activities for the school during the year.
Here at West Hazleton, the money from PTA goes to fund field trips, or we have different activities throughout the day. We're having a dodgeball tournament for our PSSA incentive coming up, and that money goes, all of this money goes to help all of the students at West Hazleton.
The homeroom that completes the most laps will receive a snow cone party at the end of the year. The top 3 students in each grade level will each get a medal. Students we spoke with said they were going for the gold.
Today is very fun, and all my friends and we are running laps around the field, and whoever gets the most laps around the field gets a snow cone party. This is my second time for the walkathon. I'm so excited to get that snow cone party because I'm very ready for summer to get some snow cones. And my favorite flavor that I want it to be is strawberry with cherry. Today is a walkathon and I'm having fun because whoever runs the most laps gets to have a snow cone party. I'm having fun by running and I'm sweating like a bloodhound.
The kids love to get out here. You know, they've been working so hard all school year for PSSAs and just in class in general. So this is really great for them to get out, burn some energy, and have a great day.
Demuse hopes that this year's walkathon will continue for many years to come so the school can continue to raise money and provide fun and educational activities for the students. Time now for a first look at our forecast. Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbaczyk is in the Bedrock Gardens Weather Center with the details. Joe, a chilly day earlier today and with a threat of rainfall. What can we expect weather-wise for the rest of the week?
Well, overall, the rest of the week shaping up to be not too bad. A little bit cool right now compared to what we saw the last couple of days. Humidity is gone, a little bit of a breeze, even some clouds around, but at least we don't have to worry about any precipitation. Now, what are we going to be expecting over the next several days? Of the complete 7-day forecast coming up a little bit later on. Ann?
Thanks, Joe. Coming up next, we have the results and a look back at the 2015 primary election for Hazleton Mayor, Council, and School Board. Plus, what Wilkes-Barre mayoral candidate Tony George had to say about winning the nod. Stay tuned. More news is headed your way only on WYLN.
You're watching WYLN News, Greater Hazleton's only local news broadcast with Ann Gownley, Gary Perna, Julie Stefanovich, Kristen Bazinski, Weather with Joe Garbaczyk, and Sports with Eric DeBerardinis and Gabriella Justin.
Penn State is right here in the Hazleton area.
We're top ranked by corporate recruiters.
We have 4-year degrees, so you can finish here or at another Penn State campus.
There's new scholarship money available.
And there's no application fee when you visit here.
Penn State Hazleton.
Download your application fee waiver at psu.edu/visit-hazleton.
Wilkes-Barre on Tuesday, May 26th. Feel the thrill of WWE SmackDown as Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose, and Dolph Ziggler team up to battle WWE World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins, Bray Wyatt, and The Big Show in a 6-man tag team match. Plus, don't miss Sheamus live. It's WWE SmackDown, Tuesday, May 26th. Tickets are available.
Express Care. Walk in and you walk into the region's most trusted health network.
The voters of Hazleton spoke up last night when they headed out to the polls to vote in the mayor's race. WYLN's Gary Perna has a recap of the primary election night 2015.
Hazleton City Councilman Jeff Cassat edged out incumbent Mayor Joe Iannuzzi for the Republican nomination for mayor. This was the second time the two met to face off for the seat. This time, however, Cassat capturing 78% of the vote to Iannuzzi's 22%. We caught up with Cassat just after he got off the phone with Mayor Iannuzzi.
I'm just enjoying it. It's a nice feeling to win, to know we're going to be able to move on and do things for the future of the city. To get numbers like I got, it's a very humbling experience. To have that many people believe in me and that I could be the leader of the city.
Cassat ran against Iannuzzi 4 years ago and lost, but said this time it feels much different.
It's a big difference. 4 years is a big difference, the feeling you have tonight than I did 4 years ago.
The Republican-nominated candidate said there is still a lot to be done in the next 6 months.
Oh, absolutely. We have a lot of work to do on council. Me and Jack will have to work together for the next 6 months, 7 months with Joe Iannuzzi. I just hope we can still, get things done. We can't stop and wait 6 months, because there's an election. So we got a lot of things that need to be addressed, and hopefully we can get to them as soon as possible.
Iannuzzi said they will continue to move forward with his 6 months in office.
But from this point on, we have to at least keep the ship afloat, and try and do what we do. We have some things that we've already started that we want to continue to do. There's 6 months left, and come November, whoever is elected to replace me, I definitely will offer them any support in transition that they need, and my staff will do the same.
On the Democratic ticket, Jack Mundy won over Grace Cuso, with Mundy receiving 60% of the vote to Cuso's 40%. I spoke with Mundy right after he received the word.
But I want to thank all my supporters, my family and friends. I want to thank the voters of Hazleton for their trust and confidence in me. It's very humbling to win another election. You know, I look forward to a race with Jeff. I know it's going to be spirited, as some people said, but I've always fought for the citizens of Hazleton. And I know some other station has said it was nonsense, but it's not nonsense when you're fighting for the taxpayers.
Grace Kuzo ran a hard campaign but came up short. She spoke with our Ann Gownley just after she received the news.
Well, yeah, we got that last ward in, and evidently it's 83 votes that I've lost by, and I did no problem conceding. But with the ward outstanding before, I could not, because I only was short 50 votes. But my best to Jackie, and I wish him all the best. And I thank all the people that did support me and stood beside me, and all my true supporters. I thank them very, very, very much from the bottom of my heart.
The voters of Hazleton have spoken up during the election and are looking for a change in city government. In Hazleton, for WILN News, I'm Gary Perna.
Thank you, Gary. 4 candidates are in the running to fill 2 seats on Hazleton City Council in the November election. Republican John Keegan secured 598 votes from all 11 precincts. Rocco Formica will also be running on the Republican ticket this November. He has been a longtime Hazleton Civil Service Commission member. Incumbent City Council Vice President Gene Mope and Robert Gavio will be running on the Democratic ballot in the fall. Gavio led with 824 votes, while Mope received 745. Former City Councilman Kevin Shatter and Rhoda Umana were also on the list of Democratic candidates. Dominic Tallarico finished 3rd place among Republicans, and Chris Puzo was only 8 votes behind him. Coming up next, Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik is back with a full look at our forecast, plus a look at the Wilkes-Barre mayoral race. Stay tuned.
Carmen's Country Inn & Drums is holding their most exciting bridal show ever this May 23rd from 2 to 4 p.m. at their beautiful Country Inn, and it's free. Call today to reserve your free spot and make sure you get your name registered for amazing gifts, prizes, and discounts on services valued at over $20,000. Call Kathy to secure your reservation. Free food, refreshments, great information on all the services for your special day. Brides, family of the bride, friends of the brides, even wannabe brides welcome. Stroll the gardens, enjoy the beautiful ambiance, the amazing food and service, and just imagine how special your wedding day can be. Carmen's Country Inn, where happily ever after begins. Call today.
Can I use this in my kitchen?
What's your amperage? Get a multi-tester on your positive lead. If it's wired 3-phase sequential and grounded right, it might work. You'll need these for the install.
Shocked by customer service these days?
Amperage?
Service Cablevision has the ultimate entertainment experience. Let our friendly team hook you up with a new whole home 6-tuner DVR. Record up to 6 shows at once, then access everything from any TV in your home. Service Electric Cablevision. It's all about you.
Spring is here and summer is on the way. Stop by Smith Floral Company for all your garden needs. Vegetable plants, bedding plants, hanging baskets, perennials, herbs, and more. Ask about their beautiful cemetery logs and tributes. Smith Floral Company is under new ownership with the same friendly staff to help you. Delivery worldwide.
Overall, it was a very nice looking day across northeastern and central Pennsylvania, but when you walked outside, you wouldn't have thought that we were officially in spring, feeling more fall-like across our area with the cool breeze and those cool temperatures prevailing across the northeast. Nothing to show you live 35 Skycast Doppler. We're dry from Wilkes-Barre through Scranton, Berwick, Bloomsburg, Williamsport, Lewisburg. No precipitation whatsoever to speak of. Yeah, look at that number, 54 degrees for May. I'm not lying, this is true, live conditions. 54 to be exact. And I tell you what, a little bit of that breeze out there, you still got to deal with the wind chill factor. At times, it's only feeling like it's about 50 or so when you walk outside. 51 now in Mount Pocono, 59 degrees. Wilkes-Barre Scranton International Airport, 67 in Williamsport. And, well, actually it's 61 now, 57 in State College and 54 in Pittsburgh. Up in the Wyoming Valley area from Nanticoke through Wilkes-Barre, Kingston, and Lehman, temperatures generally hovering near 60 degrees. Satellite and radar. I still got some of those stubborn clouds holding steady, especially over the northern third or so of Pennsylvania, but no precipitation falling from those clouds. That, of course, is the good news. We don't have to worry about any precipitation whatsoever. We're going to stay dry through tonight. It's going to be a chilly night and a chilly day as we head into tomorrow. We see some of these overnight lows, kind of cool out there, and by early Friday morning, temperatures generally holding in the 40s. So tomorrow, I think we'll stay on the dry side of things, some precipitation down toward the south. That should not influence our weather whatsoever. We're going to continue to stay dry. And then as we go into our Memorial Day on Monday, well, it does look like we're going to, at this point in time, we know things change, but we may have to deal with some showers and thunderstorms across our area. In fact, over the eastern half of the U.S. pretty much. And temperature-wise, well, not too bad. If you really want the heat, though, as we go into our Memorial Day, go down toward the south. You can see from D.C. through Myrtle Beach, Orlando, Atlanta, well, it's going to be feeling like temperatures are well in the 90s, if not near 100 degrees. And if you're one of those people that like to get out in the water, well, you can see those water temperatures, 50s and 60s. It's really down here where you're going to see those warmer water temperatures. But hey, enjoy, because it is a holiday. Well, a holiday for most of us. Here's a look at the extended forecast and what you can expect over the next couple of days. We'll be lucky if we break 60 for tomorrow and in lower 60s for Friday. Looking good for the weekend. Again, the threat of those showers and thunderstorms for Monday, and then we should be holding near 70 degrees going into next week. Our daytime Pennsylvania lottery numbers, the pick 251, the pick 3 645, and the pick 4 1592. We'll continue to have more for you coming up after these commercial messages.
At Whitetail Preserve, they pride themselves with giving their guests 5-star service. They're now open for lunch 6 days a week and offer limited delivery service for lunch to businesses in Cunningham, Valmont, and Humboldt Industrial Park. Call them at 570-384-2314.
Two-Jack Cycle and Power Sports is your power sports authority. Here you'll find a brand selection that can't be beat. From 2 wheels, 3 wheels, 4 wheels, and on the water too. Plus, Two-Jacks has the apparel and accessories to make you feel like a pro. So hold onto your seat and rev it up. At Two-Jack Cycle and Power Sports, Cole Street, Wilkes-Barre, your power sports authority.
I grew up in Pittston. I know what it takes to live in a small town. I know a lot of these people, and they know me.
And that's why I believe everyone should have access to high-quality, affordable health care. And why I'm pleased to tell you about a new choice, Coordinated Health. I want the very best for my family, friends, and neighbors, and I know Coordinated Health
will bring a new level of patient care to the Wyoming Valley.
5 candidates running for seats on the Hazleton Area School Board will be advancing to the general election. Former school district Security Director Vincent Zola and his running mate, former Hazleton Public Transit Director Robert Fume, will be on the ballot in November. Another team also made it, which includes former Director Marie Kay, incumbent board member Tony Bonomo, and newcomer Jackie Scarcella. Zola received the most votes on both the Republican and Democratic ballots, while former school director Carmela Yankiewicz was eliminated from the race. Now heading to Wilkes-Barre, where the Diamond City will see a new mayor in 2016. And last night, the Democrats chose their candidate to face off against the Republican nominee in November. Tony George, a longtime city councilman and former police chief of the city, beat out 3 other candidates for the nomination. WYLN spoke with George following his win.
Day one, I take the ball and we go running, and I'll form a committee with the citizens to see what their needs are. Contact the governor, contact the D-Check, contact Casey, contact Toolhook, contact everyone to get some money into the city. We can't do it alone. We need state, federal, and county. We need it all.
George said that his first priority is to clean up the city. George will face off against Republican Frank Sorick in November. Current Mayor Tom Layton decided not to run for a 5th term early in 2015. Again, George will be the Democrat on the ticket in November. Coming up next, Eric DeBardinis is in with sports here on WYLN. Plus, Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik will have one final look at our forecast. Stay tuned.
S.J. Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric, Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
Off the Beaten Path and discover the Pennsylvania you never knew existed on WYLN TV 35.
Hazleton baseball wants a third crack at Wyoming Valley West, assuming the Spartans get by Wallenpaupack. In order for that opportunity, the Cougars had to get by Scranton in today's Quad A semis. Hazleton puts up 9 runs in the third for a 10-0 advantage. The southpaw Dante Biasi tosses a no-hitter as the Cougars win in a shortened 5 innings, courtesy of the 10-run rule. They move on to Monday's championship game, where they could face Valley West, a team they lost to twice this season.
I was just trying to throw strikes. I knew my teammates had my back. Our outfielders played real good with this wind, and we were practicing all week on just making contact, hitting the ball. We haven't been hitting lately, and finally our bats are starting to come alive.
They were a little more aggressive. We had some really good practices the last couple days, and really focused on actually, we focused on getting focus, and it worked. We wanted to crack a plan Monday. I don't care who the opponent is. It could be the Rail Riders for all I care. We wanted to be there. We're going to be there.
Yesterday, Double-A quarterfinal action. 2-seed Hanover hosting 7-seed Holy Redeemer. There's Kevin Rimmer with the early strikeout. Rimmer impressive on the mound, and then 90 feet away at the plate, he's able to make contact. Royals with the error, and that would prove costly. The game's only run crosses for the Hawkeyes as Hanover advances by a 1-0 final and will play Mid-Valley in Thursday's semis. After tearing up AAA, the Rail Riders' Slade Heathcott gets the call up to the big league Yankees as Jacoby Ellsbury placed on the disabled list, a deserving promotion. Tomorrow night, New York ace Masahiro Tanaka will be making a rehab start at PNC Field. Today at PNC Field, some early baseball, a rubber match in Music against Charlotte in the first. The Knights strike first on the RBI single from Matt Davidson. Eric Johnson dealing for the Knights. The Rail Riders down 4-0, but finally break through in the 7th. Rob Seguin smokes it to right center, scoring Cole Figueroa. In the 8th, out of the park, into the sun, Ben Gamble clears the ad in the clouds for the homer, but the Rail Riders fall 5-2. Lehigh Valley going for the sweep of the Syracuse Chiefs. Top 6 in this one. The Iron Pigs get all the scoring they would need. Chris McGinnis with the sac fly here to put the team up 2-0. Almost a flawless day for Pigs pitchers, except this delivery from Anthony Vasquez as Mark Minakazi pummels it. Don Brown leaps, but can't make the grab. However, Iron Pigs hang on for a 2-1 victory, completing the sweep. And in the majors, the Phillies, the parent club of the Iron Pigs, aim to start a new winning streak after their season-long 6-gamer was snapped by the Rockies on Tuesday. The Yankees lose on a walk-off extra-inning homer last night, at it again tonight with the Nationals and the Mets looking to bounce back after a big loss to the Cards. Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals in the NHL, with the Rangers traveling to Tampa after losing 6-2 in Game 2. And Game 1 of the NBA's Eastern Conference Finals, LeBron James attempting to lead the Cavaliers to their first Finals appearance since 2007. The Hawks aiming for their first trip since moving to Atlanta in 1968. And last night, Tamaqua area filling their 2 basketball head coaching vacancies. Jimmy Barron will take over for the boys, while Erica Davis picked to lead the girls. Stay tuned. Coming up, Joe Garbacic is in with a final look at the forecast.
For all your projects, large and small, Bedrock Gardens has it all. They are fully stocked and ready to fill your order. Rubber mulch and rubber curbing to match. Lots of color choices to pick from. Wall stone, natural stone, full pallets ready to go. Their bins are full with rich colored quality mulch that will look wonderful all season long. Finish off your fabulous outdoor space with their quality patio furniture and easy to assemble fire pits. Everything you need for your summer projects. Delivery available, or just stop by and they will load you up. Bedrock Gardens, locally owned and operated. Call today.
They say a picture's worth 1,000 words. Here at Classic Floor Covering, we take pride in all our works of art. Take a look at a few. Classic Floor Covering. Who do you trust for your floor covering needs?
Hello, I'm Tiffany Cloud. My guest this week on The Storm is 3-tour combat veteran who has sustained 6 traumatic hits in service to country and is highly decorated. Among his commendations, the Bronze Star with Valor and 2 Purple Hearts. He's also my husband. Staff Sergeant Eric Olson joins me as we talk about our wounded warriors this week on The Storm, only on WYLN TV. Join us this week on Women's Today. Linda Santorani from Elson & Company is going to teach you how you can unleash your inner creative diva. We'll have another great wine from Simply Homebrew, a little bit of dragon fruit there. Kathy's going to cook with you. She'll tell you what you can pair with it. We'll have another great giveaway from Linda. We'll tell you who won that great gift from last week, and we'll tell you who our sensational senior is. It's coming up this week on Women's Today.
Well, it's cool out there, comfortable, no humidity, feeling more like fall in the air versus where we're at right now, which is spring. And it's cool air. Well, eventually it's going to fade away. We'll have some warmer temperatures to talk about, but if you like these cool conditions, take advantage of them while they last, because as we get closer and closer to summer, of course, you know, we get those warm and hot days, and with those warm and hot days, we introduce you to the humidity levels, which you just don't find out there today. It's cool. It's a day that you can wear a sweatshirt or a jacket throughout the entire state of Pennsylvania. Look at these numbers. Below where we should be for this time of year. It's only 51 now in Mount Pocono. Pretty mild in Philadelphia where it's almost 70 degrees, but the rest of the Commonwealth is just downright chilly. 61 in Williamsport, 57 in State College, and it's only 50 degrees out there in Erie. And what we can expect heading into tomorrow, not looking too bad. I think we should stay on a dry side, but if you're traveling down toward the south, that of course will change, as some rain will overspread those regions. But for our area, we should stay dry and still cool as we go into tomorrow. And then for Memorial Day for Monday, well, for our area, it looks like we're going to have to deal with at least a chance at this point in time of some showers and thunderstorms that can come into play across our area. Here's a look at the extended forecast. Heading into tomorrow, we'll call it about 60 if we're lucky. May not get out of the 50s once again, just like today, so very cool. Another sweatshirty a day. A sweatshirty a day, yeah, well it is. I mean, you don't think of it for this time of year, but it's what we can expect. And in the 60s going into Friday and Saturday, and then eventually near 70 degrees. So again, you got to bring out those jackets and sweatshirty days.
Your phrases. We need to keep track of them or something.
Yeah,
I think we do.
Yeah. What do you say? Philadelphia.
I think he said that.
Yeah,
it was yesterday.
Then you had Gary asking if it was just
keep a track. You know, you can be kind of cool. Then we can have our own little promo about the.
I think it could be like top 10 reasons to watch Joe Garbacic on WYLN.
What's he gonna say next?
You never know.
I like it. Top 10 list.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
300 on there.
There could be at least 250. Hey, have a good night, everyone, and of course, wear your sweatshirts. And it's going to be another chilly day, but hopefully Memorial Day weekend. Be beautiful. Have a good night, everyone.